Hey, how y'all doing? I got a little something I want to talk about today, and this is actually some very strong evidence that goes to the fact that Gypsy Rose Blanchard doesn't have a baby. She never gave birth. She doesn't have a kid. All right. So how y'all doing over on TikTok? I'm going to post this also on YouTube over on my new channel, Gypsy Rose Not a Mom. All right. So for TikTok, if you all are not following me and you're interested over on YouTube, I have two channels. One of them is called Karma Collector. Of course, they are striking videos now, so that one's on timeout till Sunday or Monday. So I have another channel called Gypsy Rose Not a Mom. If you're interested, go over there and subscribe over to me on my YouTube channels. All right, but that's for TikTok. All right. Wikipedia is owned and controlled by a company called Wikimedia, which is a nonprofit um, organization. Okay, they don't really control anything though. All right, they don't. To the people that control the content and all of that, as far as making sure everything's neutral, and they checked they check and verify things that they say. Okay, and they're called Wikipedians. It says it's thousands of volunteer people that I get work for them that and they check the validity of things. All right, and this is very important that Gypsy Rose Blanchard had an existing Wikipedia account. All right, and she attempted to edit her non-existent child Aurora into it. And you see when they kiboshed her, like, no, no, bitch, no, no, no. If this was owned by the people that own Chat, they're all in it together, guys, man. This is the definition of fascism. When the government pretends like all these companies don't have anything to do with the government, they're separate private entities, right? That's but they're using them to censor us, and they're using them just like they use the mainstream media. That's not free press. It's not free. No, it's not. That's ridiculous, man. They are told what to do. All right. The main journalists are CIA operatives that write the articles and do the news like the government wants us to believe and how they want us to view things. Okay. And it's the same now with influencers, certain influencers on YouTube. They know that mainstream media, they lost the total trust of them, so they've moved it now online onto social media. And you have to understand, you guys, Google, Amazon, Twitter, all of them, Facebook, Instagram, they're all together. And at the top, all a bunch, you'll see they all report as evil Jews of the synagogue of Satan. They all say that's what they are, man. And all of the owners at the top of them, man, and that control all of those companies, Alphabet and all of them, they all are Luciferians. You have to be. You have to be that high up in anything. You have to be in that club, in the brotherhood. You have to. Okay? And they are using social media now for the government to tell the government. That's why certain things that the government doesn't want us saying about, that's what gets censored. Remember during COVID, anything about ivermectin or anything about the vaccine or anything, well, that's misinformation. They took it all down, right? Well, they're private companies. They're allowed to do that. But they pretend, you know what I'm saying? We're private companies, so we can do that, which they can. They can censor you because it's not censoring unless it's the government censoring, you see. Censorship only exists when it's the government. When you say free speech, I have free speech, I can say whatever I ever want. Well, sure, you can. But private companies can tell you, no, you're not going to say that here. You can go, private businesses can say, you're not going to say that in here. You see what I'm saying? That's why, but the government can't censor you. The government can't silence you. That's the point of the First Amendment. And that's why they do it this way. It's not the government telling you can't say that. It's Twitter or it's whatever. But it's actually them telling them what's what and what's acceptable. Okay? And what we don't want out. And we want, okay? So what I'm telling you is if Wikipedia, there's a point to all this, guys. If Wikipedia were owned by those same people, there would be in there, it would say that she has a daughter named Aurora Raina Urker that she had with Ken Urker. It would say all that. It would say every bit of that in there. But since it's not, and the content is controlled, and them verifying things is controlled by these group of just citizens that they call Wikipedians. All right? And that's why this bitch can't get her kid even in. Come on, man. Come on, man. And you know she's tried. We've seen her. All she's got to do is come up with a birth certificate, a real one that's watermarked and got the gold, the gold embossment seal and all that shit. That's all she's got to do is come up with that for these people, man. And if she had a baby, that'd be no problem. And it would be done. She would have that shit in Wikipedia, and she would make sure we all knew about it somehow. She would have Bree or Ruggie or Sheena or one of her people would do something where, oh, look what I stumbled on here. Oh, look at Aurora's in there now. Okay, we would all know. But this bitch cannot even get her fucking fake baby edited into her already existing Wikipedia account. She can't even make that happen. You guys, this should tell you something. And the only reason she can't do it is this because it just so happens that Wikipedia is one of those spots where the people controlling shit aren't in that big club that we aren't in. Okay? And thank God for that, man. You guys, this is good evidence, man. I want you to sit and think about this, man. I know, well, Karma Collector, it's just a Wikipedia account. It's just words saying something. That doesn't mean that a baby didn't really come out of her and that she has it. Doesn't really mean that. We've seen pictures. We've seen pictures from the back, and there's a baby with brown hair. It looks just like Gypsy because it has brown hair. Come on, man. Come on, guys. She's showing us different babies every time we turn around, too, man. Come on. We don't even know if those are girls, man. Some of them might even be boys that they just stuffed in some girls' clothes to take a picture or make a video. We don't even know that. Come on, guys. She doesn't have a baby, man, and y'all need to not leave this alone. And I need you to please go to these big content creators that swear she has a baby. And even the ones that say, what? They're a Christian. Well, the Christian ones are on here making videos every single day for a reason, and their shit goes to commercials, so, and all that. So I'm quite sure they're monetizing too. Oh, I feel poor Aurora. What about Aurora? Oh, I just feel for Aurora. Use your critical thinking skills. Okay? Use your critical thinking skills, everyone. Anyone that is not, these are smart people I'm talking about, these content creators, they are smart people. Put their feet to the fire, man. Tell them, man. Why will you not, are you not looking into this? Why? How can she have gotten divorced and then had a baby 2 weeks later? How is that possible? You guys, come on. Let's get this going. This is how we take her down. This other stupid shit, complaining about all this other, is not going to do anything ever. She'll never be arrested for this again, guys. She will never be arrested again. I need you to deal with that. The only way to do this is to get through the heads of her fucking fans. See you in the next one.